or mental issues that he's pretended to have. And I believe that as a kid, he must have seen somebody with special needs in school get special treatment.
Yeah, I believe that will, and they used to live with Jack back years ago, and I think they've taken on. Honestly, I think back then they took on Jack's persona, and because they saw they saw the attention that Jack got, and um, they thought, oh, I can get that attention,
Yes.
and that's why um, they're sticking to this gun. Because literally, if you search Alphabet Orion Doherty on Google and look up, I think it's on uh, famous birthdays. It literally states that Alphabet is listed as a um, how Alphabet got their start is through transition. That's what Alphabet's known for.
Yeah.
So you know, that was a so Alphabet saw the fame with transitioning,
Yes.
saw the fame with it, and that's what Alphabet's known for. So um, it's like Alphabet couldn't back out of that now. Even if Alphabet wanted to, Alphabet can't back out of that now. Um, because that's what Alphabet's known for. You search Alphabet Orion Doherty on Google, that's what comes up.
Yeah. Um, Now, a few days ago, he was talking about in the new year, I'm going to start transitioning.
They
Okay.
they said that in 2023 for
Right.
2024.
And as far as I'm concerned, I think this is just a new campaign to get some new money. That's all that it is. It's another campaign. It's another sales pitch to beg some more money. Um, but I personally don't want him to, because I know for a fact, well, not I don't know for a fact, but my opinion, because I've got a very valid opinion on this, is that if he was to transition in any way in a year or 2 years down the road, he's going to regret it. And then he's going to detransition. But during the time he's detransitioning, he's going to be turning around and saying, the people on TikTok made me do it. The people on TikTok bullied me into doing this when I didn't really want to do it.
Yeah, that is gonna it will cause. This is the damage. This is the problem, and this is the damage that Alphabet is doing to the trans community.
Yeah. But
You know,
he's going to be there blaming TikTok people. You made me transition. You bullied me into transitioning when I said I was going to take my time, that I wanted to think about it. But you bullied me into it. It's this whole victim mentality and manipulating people, and everybody else is to blame. He never takes responsibility for anything that he does. It's always somebody else's fault.
yeah, that's pretty much the thing. And the issue when it comes to that is Alphabet made their platform about transitioning. Nobody demanded Alphabet make their platform about transitioning. Alphabet made their platform about that, and for the past 4 years has said, I'm going to transition. This is what I'm going to do. Took money from people and then didn't. So it's not from my standpoint, it's not that people are demanding Alphabet transition. It's the fact that Alphabet says they're going to transition. So it's a case of uh, you can't turn around and say, I'm going to do something, then don't do it. Get money from people, to do it and then turn around and say, "Oh no, I changed my mind," and
Yeah.
that it's casting a really, and this, I've turned around and said this before. You have the um, radical people um, who attack the trans community, and I will say it, they're going to use what
Yes.
Alphabet's doing online as a weapon.
Yes. Yes. I've been saying this for a while. I've yet.
Tried to do ADHD, but that didn't work. Um, they've mocked DV. They've tried to claim DV. They've tried to claim SA. They've tried, and they're trying to like do. It's sort of like Alphabet. How many communities are you going to offend? And the fact that this is the reason why scores of communities are coming and going, Alphabet, just stop. Just stop.
I think that at some point he's walked into a hospital or doctor's surgery and he's picked up all the leaflets on all different conditions and taken them home and studied them and gone, oh, if I say I've got a bit of this and I've got a bit of that, I can say I've got this disease or I've got this condition. I mean, he even used yellow felt tip on his fingernails to make his fingernails out to be yellow to say he had liver damage.
Yeah, my life. But this is the problem. It's sort of like there's Alphabet. I know part of me. Okay, I think Alphabet wants these conditions to be able to go, oh, look at me, I'm the victim. But I'm like, does Alphabet not realize? I mean, Alphabet wouldn't realize the actual fight. I mean, the literal fight that people have to do. I mean, Alphabet says Alphabet just wants to exist. Okay, but look at it from our standpoint, Alphabet. Look at it from our standpoint of, uh, you know, for some reason the okay, um, yeah. Look at it from our standpoint of we we also have are trying to exist as well. Like, and there's the trans community, there's the autistic community, there's the Tourette's community, there's, you know, when when Alphabet mocked DV, it's sort of like, and then tried to claim DV. I'm like, Alpha, do you know what that's like? Like, actually, like surviving each day, just having the nightmares, the night terrors, the night sweats when it comes to that, and then when you compile on top of that, I can't speak for like the trans experience because I'm not trans. Um, but like, because like Amber said it in this clip of not being not being born in the body that you. I want to say assign, but that's not the right word.
Not born in the right bodies.
Not born in the right body. That's where I was going with that. And what that actually, and I mean actually feels like, because Alphabet, I've got another clip where Alphabet says, "Oh, I love my body, I'm so hot," but I'm like, that contradicts. That's a contradiction of, like having the body dysmorphia of hating your body to the point of, not wanting to be here.
Well, I know stories about many trans kids, and trans kids do exist, and some of them have done terrible things to their bodies. They've mutilated their bodies
Yeah.
to get away from who they believe them to be. And as you said, he's sitting there, saying, I'm beautiful, I'm wonderful, I'm gorgeous. I mean, he was saying the other day that he could take women's husbands.
Yeah, I heard that, and I was like, okay, oh, what the hell?
Cringe, 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 cringe. Isn't it? Just absolute cringe. But I've been reading some of the things on here about, I wonder what happened to him as a child for him to, behave in this way. Whether he was neglected as a child, whether he got no attention as a child. And when I spoke to Maria's ex, he told me that he actually had a very good childhood. He was well looked after. He was given lots and lots of attention. And I believe he was one of these that his mummy, Maria, spoiled him. I think this is just a spoiled brat, right? I don't think he was abused. I don't believe he was neglected. I don't believe that he wasn't given any attention. I think he was given too much attention. He was given too much, and he was obviously told by his mummy that he could sing, that he could be whatever he wanted to be because he was wonderful.
I mean, see, the thing is, growing up, yes, did our parents say, like, we could be anything? Sure. But then reality hits, and you're like, oh, do I have the, sorry, I'm laughing at myself. Did I have the thought of, like, being a famous singer? Sure. Is that ever gonna happen? No, never. But I'm realistic with that. It's sort of like it's never gonna happen. But um,
You see, to me, a good parent is a parent that turns around to the kid and says, "Sorry, kid, but you can't sing. But what you're really good at is this." And would encourage them in a positive way to say, you're not good at, you can't sing or dance. I know you enjoy it. Carry on enjoying it, but what you're really good at is this. Focus on that.
yeah, yeah, exactly. I mean that.
I mean, for years, you've seen X Factor and things like this of these embarrassing kids getting in front of Simon Cowell and singing, and they're being cringe, and then being upset
Yeah.
because the parents have always told them that they were going to be a superstar. And to me, that's just bad parenting.
Yeah, oh my god, the X Factor. Oh god. Is that still going, by the way? I haven't watched the X Factor in years, so I don't know.
No, I think a lot of this is gone now, isn't it? Thank God.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I haven't done. Oh, it's not. Oh, I think I watched like the first 2 or 3 seasons, and I'll catch like maybe highlights. I think oh, what is it? You got The Voice and
You got the voice of Britain's Got Talent, haven't you?
oh, Britain's Got Talent. Yeah, that's another one. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, like um, I and I think I did, but I call it butcheroke because I butcher songs, and I know I do. I did butcheroke yesterday because somebody brought up Defying Gravity. I think, um, I think like Alphabet needs to, Alphabet needs to sing more different songs. You know what I mean? Like,
Hi, Quirky.
hey, Quacky Cat. I think like just sing different songs. Like Defying Gravity has been sung to death at this point.
Oh God, I could not watch Wicked for all the money in China.
I still want to see it though. I don't know why, but just because I've had so much praise about it, but I do want to see it.
I couldn't. I couldn't. Just couldn't. It just reminded me straight away of that ugly face.
I mean, yeah, and a lot of people have said that Alphabet has put them off seeing Wicked because of that reason. And I think that's the reason why Alphabet's got a lot of new support is because of the movie. To be honest, I'm gonna be honest. That's what I think.
Well, I'm under the belief that the majority of the people in there now who are gifting and supporting and everything else aren't the same people from 2 years ago.
No, no, I don't think they're the same. I don't think they're the same. No. A lot of people have said that they're kids.
Yeah, I was looking the other night. I was just sitting there, and all his gifters. And I was looking at their TikTok pages, and I swear to God, not one of them was over the age of 21.
See, this is the problem, isn't it? It's sort of like it. I know Alpha will be 21 in February, um, and so, but we keep on saying one of the constant themes when it comes to Alphabet is put your lives on 18 plus. That's one of the constant things that everyone has said to Alphabet is put it on 18 plus, but they won't. They will never do it because they will lose. I think somebody, I don't know whether this is the exact statistic, but somebody said that they'll lose like 95% of their audience if they do put it on 18 plus. Now, I don't know if this is true, but Alphabet's response is if they put it on 18 plus, it doesn't get put on the FYP. I don't think that's true because my stuff's always put on 18 plus, and this was months ago. Somebody kept on saying that I'm on the FYP, so I'm like, I don't think that's true.
Yeah, it's lies, lies, and more lies. And I say this to everybody about him, right? If he was to tell you if he was to tell you that the sky's blue and the grass is green, go outside and check. I
I know, right?
would doubt every single word that he says. Every single word, because I don't believe he knows the difference between right and wrong.
I don't think he does either. I don't think he does either. And like, the thing is, Alphabet keeps on blaming. Well, like we discussed it a bit earlier. Alphabet keeps on blaming like they had a rough upbringing and all this stuff. And I'm like, it. But if you press Alphabet on that, I don't think Alphabet will give you an exactly what happened, because one of their DV examples is something about Wicked, and I'm like, being late for a show, and I'm like, what? You first came across my lives on the FYP, exactly, Jules. So yeah, exactly, Susie. So that was a lie. It's just I feel like Alphabet, when they say they won't put it on 18 plus because they'll lose the audience of their child audience, and they know that they'll lose 95% of their audience. You know what I mean?
But this whole thing about him having a terrible life, a terrible upbringing, doesn't give him an excuse. If it was true he had a terrible upbringing, it doesn't give you an excuse to be a terrible person.
It doesn't.
Because I've known people, I've grown up with people, and their childhoods were shocking. I mean, I'm talking really nasty, vile, terrible upbringings. And it's made them into wonderful people who have empathy for other people who have problems. It doesn't give you the right, it doesn't give you the excuse to behave badly towards other people.
Well, exactly, and that's the thing. It's, I mean, I've got a video pinned about like some of the things I've been through. My my background and my upbringing wasn't it wasn't the best and it wasn't the worst. I will always turn around. This is where my mindset is. Um, even my mindset now, even my mindset like living my life now. Um, you know, I'm not better. I always tell myself I'm not better than anyone. Nor am I worse than anyone. It's we all have experiences. But I feel like Alphabet uses things and says, "Oh, Alphabet." It's called the martyr complex, which is very similar to the victim complex. Of um, the martyr complex is where they're like basically being a martyr and being like, "Oh, I'm so hard done by. Everyone's against me. Everyone's this." And Alphabet tries to be that so badly. And that's the reason why it's like that's the reason why Alphabet always turn around and say, "I'm bullied. Everyone hates me." Um, and the problem with that is, if you actually look at it, there are reasons why people quote unquote hate Alphabet. But then if you also look at, and I think we discussed this yesterday as well, of sort of like going, well, hang on, there are people actually who are being, people's kids are being brought up across TikTok, all these things. And I'm like, Albert, considering what other people are going through, you're getting off lightly. It's just the fact of like people are coming forward and saying what you're doing is toxic. Um, I mean, right now they're going on about like that's the martyr complex of everyone's against me, everyone's bullying me, and it's, to be honest, I think it's to gain sympathy. Honestly, that's what I think. It's to gain sympathy. It's to be like, please send me gifts. And the bit that confuses me is because I've heard Maria turn around and say um, she gets money off the government. Um, she's turned around and said that, um, or something to that effect. Um, but then Alphabet turns around and says that she's sent them, because Amber said it here as well. Of they get they get the money and it gets spent on bills and groceries,
And takeaways
and take but
and things to go up his nose.
yeah, and I'm like, but it the it doesn't make. I mean, it does make sense a little bit, but on the flip side of that, it doesn't make sense because I'm like, well, hold on, wait a second. It's like, mm, I mean, who turned around and said that? Apparently, Alpha's got the taxman coming after them anyway. It's sort of like, yeah, and the snow as well. Yeah, and the snow.
All things that go up his nose.
Yeah, yeah. Which apparently he's turned around and said recently they're not doing that anymore. Oh my God.
Oh yeah, I do believe it.
Uh huh. We believe that. I mean, literally, we see it. We see it in them. It's wild to me. Um,
You need to have a look at his eyes on some of these lines that he does.
oh, I see it. I see it. As I say, I've done multiple different substances. I can see it definitely.
So when he
Um,
consider all the money he's got for the transition that he sold his transition. Because that's what he basically did. He made it public. Help me. He sold it.
yes, yes, and that's where that's another thing where people have a huge issue, um, because it's like you are selling your transition for money. Well, hang on. You are crowdfunding for a transition that isn't being spent on transition. That's a better way of saying that.
Yeah. He sold it. Most trans people who transition, they do it in private, and then you can't, and then they're not answerable to anybody.
Right, and like this, the yes, and also Alpha's getting the thing that's throwing me right now is he turns around and says that they don't care. Well, I've heard them say it. Don't care if people call Alpha he, but then in the next breath we'll turn around and say, stop dead naming me, stop calling me he. Well, first of all, your name's on your profile, which I want people to realize that you can change that. Alpha can change that on TikTok. I can change it. I can change my name right now. I've thought about it. Alpha can remove the Orion part in the name, and Alpha is choosing not to. And there's a reason for it. There's a reason why he's choosing not to. But then there's the whole dead naming thing. It's not a dead name if it's on a profile. But also the whole calling Alpha he, okay. Alpha, it's like, okay. It's like if I were, this is where it gets a bit muddy, so to speak, because say if I got all dolled up and did drag, right? I've got the wig and everything to do it, right?
Go on, Josh, I dare you.
And somebody calls me she. Am I going to be offended by that? No. I can understand why a trans person would be offended with that. I get it. I can understand it. However, it's the problem with somebody like Alphaba. Alphaba's not the only one. I've seen other people do it as well. Is Alphaba and others are demanding that people conform, and it comes, and then if you don't conform, you're transphobic, and it's a it becomes a problem because society as a whole, it's,
put it this way, Josh.
yeah,
I was born biologically male,
yeah,
and I do my best to be the person to represent.
yeah, I get that.
And if somebody calls me she, it's a compliment. That's all that it is. It's a compliment. It's somebody being nice to me. It's a compliment.
Yeah.
If somebody calls me he, I don't throw a strop. I don't get all upset and tearful and how dare they do this to me? How dare you? Okay. That's their choice. I'm not going to affect somebody's choice.
Right.
It's a compliment. If somebody calls me she, thank you very much. Thank you for being nice. And thank you for the compliment. That's all that it is.
Right, yeah, and I feel like it's almost, the problem is in the world that we live in today, even though we're almost in 2025, you would think that, you know, trans people have existed for many, many, many years. You know, you would think that society would have advanced enough to be like, well, if somebody wants to be called a she or a he, if you're, which way, you know, we should just accept that. However, society is not advanced enough But it's almost as if Alphabet deliberately does things to rage bait. So,
Yes.
like, Alphabet will put on a dress, not tuck deliberately, and then go. So when people do call Alphabet he, um, then Alphabet can go, "Oh, you're being transphobic," and it's like,
The whole thing about tucking, okay?
yeah.
Some people find it very difficult to tuck.
I mean, yeah. I've tried a few times. It's difficult to do. It is difficult to do. I will
Okay.
say that it's
But
very,
what you
very
do,
difficult to do and painful.
yeah, but what you do is that if you can't do it, is that you wear appropriate clothing.
Yes,
You
yeah.
don't you don't wear clothing that's tight in the groin area that shows the groin area off. If you can't tuck, then you wear appropriate clothing. End of story. That's how it works.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. You do.
Now,
You oh,
now he said he can't tuck, but he's worn like uh, um, tow, tight skirts, short skirts, and he's worn like a trouser suit, didn't he?
oh
And
yeah, I saw that, yeah.
you could see his bits jiggling around openly.
Yeah, unfortunately we all saw that and we didn't really want to.
Right? And that's not what a trans person does. If a trans person can't tuck, then they wear appropriate clothing to camouflage that area.
Yes, yeah. You do, yeah.
It really is that simple. I mean, uh, um, I would dare anybody to come onto this live now talking to me, or to come on my lives, or come onto any of my pages and tell me that I don't look my best. I mean, at the moment, I'm not on cam because I've just woken up. I look rough, right? But when I'm on cam, I do my best. I do my hair, I do my makeup, I'm well dressed. But he goes on looking like a scruffy lad. That's not what a trans person does. A trans person will always do their best to look their best at all times.
Right, yeah, exactly. Yes, yeah, Jack, yeah, every single time I've seen you do live, you always like look your best. Um, which I'm going to butcher things later. Well, with my makeup because I tried to do makeup earlier. Oh, like yesterday, and my makeup. Oh, I took it all off because it was irritating me. I just couldn't do it. But yeah, I get where you're coming from, Jackie. You know, you want to look your best, and he just doesn't bother, and I think that's where the disconnect is, because he wants the respect from people, but I'm like, it's very, very lazy. It's very, very lazy.
Well, it's not what a trans person does. A trans person couldn't dare to be seen looking like that, right? The way I feel at the moment is if somebody was to knock on my door, I'd say, "Come back later. Come back later." You know, don't come on. Don't see me looking like the way I look at the moment because I've only just woken up. Um, and he's happy to sit on lives all day long looking like a scruffy lad. That's not what a that's not what a trans person does. Now his argument is because he's got bad skin, okay, and maybe that's the reason why he's not always looking decent. Okay, but if you're not looking decent, then you wouldn't go on cam. You wouldn't go live.
I mean, right now, I've always turned around and said, I use a raccoon avatar. I won't be using a raccoon avatar later, but I'm using a raccoon avatar right now because I will turn around and say, I am topless right now because of the scarring I have. So you work things around, don't you? You know what I mean? It's um, you can wear flowy things. Flowy. Sorry, a quirky cat says you can wear flowy. I cannot speak. I should have put my teeth in. You can wear flowy, flowy things for the skin. You can, yeah, you can. You definitely can. Um, it's and like Alphabet doesn't seem to have a problem. It's like, okay, you've got a skin issue. Um, that doesn't stop Alpha from going live for hours upon hours upon hours. Anyway, floaty. Ah, there you go. You know, hours anyway. So I just the whole skin issue. I don't buy it. I
I
don't
think,
buy it. I think it's more the case of you just couldn't be asked. Is more
yeah,
like it. That's what I feel. But that's my opinion.
I had this picture in my head, and for the life of me, it'll never get wiped out of my mind. There was one of his lives, and he heard his mum in the background shouting, "I've got a bath ready for you. Your bath's ready." And I've got this picture of them because I think the pair of them are grotty, sharing the same bathwater.
I mean, now I've got that picture in my head, but I can see it. I can see it. I can see why that would be a thing. But yeah, I mean, I can't stand baths. I prefer showers myself. But yeah, I can see it. I mean, okay. I mean,
I'm just being a bit rusty there, but I can't help myself.
no, I get it. But okay, but that would. Okay, so but you see, now I have noticed compared to when he was in the Barbican to compared to when they're at their mom's, you can see the difference in both their skin and also in how they behave to a certain degree. Um, I kind of feel like you know when we were talking about like Maria does everything for E, or has done everything for them throughout their childhood. Yeah, I can see it because like with the whole with that bath comment. Oh, I'm running that bath for you. I feel like that has to be prompted as well. So
Oh
like,
yes,
oh, you need to do this, which, yeah, you have to be prompted to do these things. Like,
you
go,
must have a bath.
yeah, you must have a bath. You must do this. You must do that. It's like I don't think, which is a mental health thing. It is a mental health thing. Um, it can be. It's either it can be both. It's either the mental. It's either uh, a sign of like mental health, or it's he just being supremely lazy, and he's just got so used to
Living in filth.
Maria doing everything for them that now they don't know how to cope. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's a standard thing. You get up in the morning, you shower, and you put on clean clothes. It's standard. That's the way you behave.
Yeah,
And then as a trans person, because this is what I'm going to be doing after I speak to you, I'm going to be jumping in the shower. Is I jump in the shower, I have a good wash, I put clean clothes on, and then I do my face.
yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. After I finish with this live, I'm going to go shower, shave, and get ready for the live that I'm going to be doing later with makeup and all those things. That's what I'm going to be doing. Um, but yeah,
And this,
like I've like I've had washed my face and done all that. But that's what I did when I woke up. I woke up, washed my face, I've got like some wash stuff that what I do is I get up, I wash my face, I've got like a wash and go thing. It's not a wash and go. It's a sort of like a wash thing. Um, Actually, it's called wash something. It's a wash scrub. Um, then I use moisturizer and a serum. That's what I do in the morning. Then don't forget to use your dirty makeup sponge like O'Brien, quirky cat. Then I'll do this live, and then I'll go for a shower. That's a routine. But it's like I don't think E is used to a routine. I don't think E's used to a routine at all.
His routine is get up, fill his face with some muck, right, and go live.
But that's gonna cause skin irritation. It's like because like,
Because he's got what he's got.
but like I get it. He's 20. Um, that like even like just putting on primary, even just doing makeup yesterday, sort of like, and then I had it on for like a few seconds, and I took it off. My face, even after that, having it on for a few seconds, my face was like, "Oh, you're doing things to me. Stop it." And like, I have a skincare routine, but even just putting on makeup, like, he does realize that as we get older, oh, sort of like a warning sign to E. Not that E, I'm blocked by E anyway. But
Well, I've always wondered why he hasn't come after me directly.
it's a good question. I've always wondered that too.
He hasn't come after me directly. He sent his flying monkeys after me,
Oh yeah, I get flying monkeys too.
but he hasn't come after me directly. I wonder why.
I because I don't think there is a legitimate argument. I mean, all the only, as I say, as I was saying earlier, the only arguments that I ever see is we're obsessed. Obsessed is one. Um, what was we're obsessed. We have no life. Which fair, I don't. I'll own that. Um, we're we need to leave it alone because he's only 20. Um, what was the other one? Like, yeah, just those. All those things. So this is Jackie in the Box. I'm Josh Gillian. My name's Josh. This is Jackie in the Box.
Is this a little supporter?
I have no idea. No idea.
Yeah. Anyway,
No idea. People who do corn do transition, but E's digital footprint does have consequences. Okay. Just says E could have fully transformed by now on what E has made. They could have, but they're not going to. Alex says E will continue creating online hate because it brings revenue. Yes, they will. Yeah, they will. Yeah, Corny's work, the unstable behavior present as antisocial personality and more. Right, Oracles. So I'm like, that was a really weird comment that you made there, Princess. That was a really weird comment to make. You're conflating the corn industry, which has its own flaws, with what Alphabet is doing. Fact, E wants vocal surgery and top surgery. That's it. E has turned around and said that. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I never clicked on the profile, Alexa. I never clicked on the profile, but okay. um, you think, Kaza? I mean, I wouldn't shock me. Wouldn't shock me. But yeah, this is Alphabet saying how hot they are. Now, I'm playing this clip to sort of get it into people that if Alphabet's this is where the disconnect is. Alphabet loves her body so much. Loves her body so much. Now, in a lot of experiences with the trans community, people literally want to crawl out of their skin to change their body. But Alphabet loves their body so much. This is where the disconnect is for a lot of people. And this is the reason why, because Alphabet does this online, and Alphabet made their whole channel about transitioning. We didn't do that, Alphabet. You did. Okay? We didn't make your channel about transitioning. It's listed across social media as your journey is transitioning. You did that. So, but this is what you're doing now. It's a real disconnect. AGP textbook. What does AGP stand for? You're gonna have to spell that out for me, Alexa. Unstable unicorn. I haven't seen that one. Oh, okay, Alexa. Okay. I just didn't know what it meant. But okay.
So amazing myself. I actually love myself. I fucking love what I see right now. And I'm like, yeah. You maybe spell A, but you say, like, gorge. Like, you could literally steal all the husbands. Do you know what I mean? And that's the attitude you gotta have in yourself. And you gotta be like, I look hot. Slay. Do you know what I mean?
Girl. This doesn't connect. What you're saying, I get being confident. I do get being confident, right? So I will use me as an example. Somebody turned around and said earlier about talk about myself. I do regularly. I will use myself as an example. I have mild body dysmorphia because of the scarring I have, and all the things, right? So, do I have more confident days? Sure, yes. Of course I do, especially when I've done my hair, especially when I've got multicolored hair. Love my multicolored hair, but of course, my journey isn't transitioning though. I don't want to be a woman. Which there was a comment made. I can't remember where this comment was, but somebody made a comment of saying that Alphabet always says I want to be a girl, not a woman. Which somebody made the comment of saying that is very childlike. And it's a very childish attitude to say I want to be a girl, not a woman. I would go the other way with that comment and say that's more misogynistic than childlike, because that's what a lot of misogynistic men do. And it's to demean women all the time and turn around and say, oh, you're just a girl, kind of thing. But yeah, Alphabet constantly says, I want to be a girl. But that was a comment that was made about Alpha says, I want to be a girl, not, it doesn't say as I want to be a woman. It always says I want to be a girl. But that's not my journey anyway. That was a side tangent, but that's not my journey. I don't want to be a woman. So, do I have days when I want to crawl out of my skin? Yes. Most days, actually. But there are days when I'm more confident in myself. I'm more confident in, being on camera. Which I'm working more towards. Yes, last night wanted a girl's voice. I think it was on that video. I think it was on that video where Alpha said that. I think I saw it there. Got more. Donna says I had much more luck of being a millionaire, as much as Alpha going to get gender surgery. I mean, people have been waiting, Donna. People have been waiting. So it says if she was a proper girls, she wouldn't want to steal people's husbands. I mean, fair, Sarah, fair. It's not very girly, not very girls of you now, is it? E. But I mean, yes, and Stubby Unicorn. Did the hat arrive? Morgan asks. Well, I don't know. I don't think it has yet. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it, but considering all the hats look the freaking same to me, I wouldn't even notice even if it did, Morgan, to be honest. But yeah, I get where you're coming from, Stubby Unicorn. People need to have confidence in themselves, but that's just, yeah, too much. It is, and this is where the disconnect is, because Alpha's like, I love myself. But I'm like, okay, but on the other, you want to turn around and say that it's just the disconnect with it. I'm like, what? I mean, yeah, that's fair, AJ, actually. Not yet, lol. Or, we'd have seen it immediately. Yeah. Yes, Sam, they love themselves. But I get, look, part of me, yes, have the confidence, and I get the message. I get the message that Alphabet is trying to. Oh yes, is that what you meant, Alexa? Yes, yeah, I did, yeah, and I had to Google what that is, because people were putting it in the comments. AGP, yeah, now I know what you mean. Yes, I do see that. And I had to Google what that was. I want to say it was like a month and a half ago, because I kept on seeing it everywhere. And I was like, I have no idea what that means. But yes, I will agree. I do see it. But it's Wildheart says, I believe in self-love, but he is completely fake in all aspects. The pouting and girl American accent. Right, Wildheart. And that's the thing. It's sort of like, I'm going to be honest. You know what it gives me? It's giving gay scene energy. I'm going to be blunt and I'm going to be honest. It's giving gay scene energy. When Alphabet does that. The pouting and the girl American, it's giving gay scene energy. And I've done my time around the gay scene. Not that Alexa says there's nothing wrong with it per se. It's just not trans. It's cross-dressing. I get that, Alexa. I get that. Yeah, I know. And a lot of people have said that. A lot of people. You're not the only one, Alexa. A lot of people have said that. And that's where, this is where he's doing a lot of harm. Yeah, he's making a mockery of it. Yeah. He's making a mockery of it. Yeah, the fake voguing, yeah, which that's a good voguing Vogue. I mean, as I said, don't get me wrong. Okay, so hang on. Let me just read Ruby's comment. She holds every woman to such a high beauty standard, can't hold herself to the same standard. Right, Ruby. Okay. I was gonna go on about voguing. Okay. Um, if I acted the way Alpha acted, no one would bat an eyelid. You know, the girl, the if I put on a wig and put on makeup, I really want a sparkle dress. I saw one on TikTok. I saw a drag queen with sparkle with this really amazing purple sparkly dress, and I was like, "Bitch, I want it." Anyway, um, girl. Um, but if I did that, no one would bat an eye. Why? Because the reason why no one would bat an eyelid pure is because my platform isn't based on a transition. It's not based on a transition. My you know, it's it's based on my fat gay ass. Anyway, no, it's giving stereotypical gay. Yeah, side rant. I hate how media portray gay people as girls. Like, yes, last mention. Yeah, I hate that. Like, slay girl, slay. No, not all of us are a monolith. You know what? I'm so gonna be that freaking. I mean, don't get me wrong. I can do it. I can put on the hi girl slay, but also I'm a sarcastic bitch. So that's the reason why I do it. Nikki, my fellow, would just laugh at them. Yeah, no, Nikki. You're not claiming to be something you want and making money off it. No, Sam, I'm not. I'm just a sarcastic asshole. Lindsay says, I would have more respect if they said they were a cross-dresser. I think so, Lindsay, yeah. A lot of people have said that. A lot of people have said that. Susan says, people got that saying from watching RuPaul's Drag Race, which, by the way, I will turn around and say this. You can all lynch me in the comments. But RuPaul's Drag Race went downhill after Bianca Del Rio. Bianca Del Rio is the best queen, but it's become too. I feel like RuPaul's Drag Race became too commercialized. I'm sorry. Like I said, you can all lynch me in the comments, but that's. But don't get me wrong, I do like Trixie. I never saw Trixie on RuPaul's Drag Race. I saw Trixie and Cartier on YouTube. That's where I saw them. If he just said, okay, I'm gay and a crossdresser, right, Wildheart, exactly, yeah. I mean, there is money in that. There is money. I see a lot of drag queens on TikTok. There's definitely money. Adore Delana. I mean, Adore. I did love Adore. Adore was adorable, and she was a Libra. She's a Libra. She's transitioned now, I think. If I'm remembering my Adore lore correctly, I believe Adore has transitioned now. I have not watched the Canadian Drag Race or the UK Drag Race. Like I said, the last one I watched was Bianca Del Rio, and that was years ago. That was years upon years ago. You've never seen Drag Race Unstable Unicorn. It's an interesting show. It's an interesting show. Yes, AJ. Yeah, I did see Adore. Because I think I follow Adore on Instagram. Yeah, Instagram. I follow Adore on Instagram, and I think I follow Bianca Del Rio as well. I also follow a lot of half-naked men, but that's beside the point. So that's going to be the next story. He's going to come across my content and turn around and say, you're cheating on your boyfriend because you got half-naked men on your Instagram. E has no identity of her own. Right, Sarah, yeah. Yeah, if he came out as a cross-dresser, I think some people would drop them. You think, Livy? Really? I think I think I said it with Jackie earlier. Hey, Banbird, I think I said it with Jackie earlier. Because Alphabet's can't, like, if you, as I said, if you search up Alphabet Orion Doherty on famous birthdays, they literally are listed as they got their fame from transitioning, from being, that's what they're known for. They're also known for singing Defying Gravity and musical theatre. Musical theatre, hang on. You know what? I didn't have this prepared. But hey, did I say hi to Banbird? I think I said hi to Banbird. I'm never fucking prepared ever, but whatever. What else is new? Hang on. So if we type in Alphabet Orion data tier, and if we type in famous birthdays, this is what's listed. Alphabet Orion Doherty. Yeah, I go back to Jack as well. So hang on, right. Let me zoom in. Oh, B. I'm obsessed. Just to let you know, I'm the obsessed one. I'm also, what is it? I need to get a life. So anyway, famous birthdays. February 11th, 2004, which makes the birth sign an Aquarius. An Aquarius. Does anyone remember the TV series Queer as Folk? I loved watching that. Think I was about 12. I mean, yeah, I remember that, Queer as Folk. I think you can still watch it on Prime, I think. There's the UK version and then there's the US version. Now, depending on which version you like. They were born, birthplace Barnstable. Birthplace Barnstable. So, right, about. This is the about section. TikTok star, musician, singer, and musical theatre actress known for her cover of Defying Gravity from the Broadway musical Wicked. She posts live updates, musical theatre, and transgender awareness content on her Alphabet Orion Doherty TikTok, where she has over 650,000 followers. Okay? Before fame, she posted her first TikTok in March 2020 on her It's Alphabet Orion Doherty TikTok. In the video, she pets a hamster. I know, what a catfish, I know, right? The trivia. She is a performer at Autism's Got Talent 2022 in London, England. She posts selfies, musical theatre, career updates, and modelling content on her Alphabet Orion Doherty Instagram, where she has over 130,000 followers. That soon changed. She posts music videos and covers on her Alphabet Orion Doherty YouTube channel. Family Life. In September 2021, she shared Instagram pictures of her two black and white kittens named Alphabet and Glinda. And this also says, associated with, on Halloween Day in 2022, she posted a TikTok putting green face paint on Max Belegby. So that's literally what it says. Hey, Ben! How's your Sunday morning? My Sunday morning's going good. I should do an e-quiz night, so. Oh, just to let people know, I think I've got it set up. We'll be doing a makeup live at 5 p.m. This is your live special, HG. No, Alpha's got me blocked. I will turn around and say that according to this, the born in Barnstable, England thing, popularity, most popular. So I don't know how famous birthdays works, to be honest. Um, yeah. So Alphabet Arundhati is a member of 20-year-olds TikTok stars born in England and Aquarius. So most popular 2,578. Born in Barnstable, number one. TikTok star born in England, 24th. Born on November 11th, 6th. So there's people before them. 20-year-old Aquarius, 13th. And Aquarius TikTok star, 38th. There you go. Yes, it is. It's in Devon. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Who writes this, Tosh? I don't know, Alexa. I have no idea who writes these famous birthday ones. But yeah, if you search up Alphabet Orion Doherty on TikTok and look up famous birthdays, that's what comes up. Yes, Alpha's birthday is February 11th, 2004. 2004. Yep. Yep. So yeah, that's what's listed. I'm so fucking perplexed that it says. I mean, yes, you would. I guess Alpha would be considered a TikTok star, infamous more like, but musician, singer. That's debatable depending on who listens. And the thing that really threw me was musical theatre actress. Since fucking when? Since when? Okay. Since fucking when? Wouldn't to be a musical theatre actress, wouldn't you need actual credentials to be in musical theatre? Wouldn't you? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm not a trained musician. I'm not a trained musician. Can I do a famous birthdays? Mine's going to be TikTok know it all. Dipshit with a microphone. That's what mine's gonna read. Dipshit with a microphone. That's all you need to know about me. I'm just a dipshit with a microphone. Or what does my partner say? I was let loose with a microphone. That's it. I was let loose with a microphone. Let loose with a microphone. She was in one show and it was one performance, I think. She was replaced. Oh, yes, Wanderlust. Oh, yeah. She was replaced because, like, she kept on getting, she wasn't doing the callbacks or something. Oh, AJ, that's directly from E's Instagram account. They just pulled famous birthday data from a Google search. Oh. They're very odd bios on famous birthdays. Oh, AJ, there you go. As I said, I didn't know how famous birthdays works. Oh. Do I have a famous birthdays? I bet you I don't. I'm not famous enough. I'm not famous enough. What comes up when you search me? I'm Googling myself. My YouTube channel comes up. Oh, my Facebook comes up. Cool. My TikTok. Josh Schwartz comes up. Oh, for the OC. There's a Josh Shee who's a producer and a voice actor. Ooh, okay. Yeah, only three things come up: my YouTube, my Facebook, and my TikTok. My Instagram doesn't come up. I'm offended. I'm fucking offended. Rude. Rude. Oh. Wait. Really? Oh. That I don't know why I'm googling that, but there we go. Anyway, my city came up. Anyway, I want to know. I bet you. I'm not famous enough to be on famous birthdays. No. Oh, I'm not famous enough. Yes, I believe Sharon Osbourne. Sharon Osbourne is born on the same. Mine is 9th of October, so I believe it's Sharon Osbourne. That site says that a couple of MC people are either 5 foot or another is in his late 40s. He's not. Oh, fan, really? But yeah, I think Sharon Osbourne. I'm gonna double check that, but I think Sharon Osbourne is. I think Sharon Osbourne is born on my birthday. At least I think she is. Hang on. Yeah. Sharon Osbourne, born 9th of October 1952. There you go. There you go. Sharon Osbourne was born on my birthday. I'm not as fierce as she is, though. I'm not as fierce as Sharon Osbourne is. Not as fierce as Sharon Osbourne is. Hang on. Sharon Osbourne scares you, really? Why? I think, Sharon Osbourne's an interesting woman. Sharon Osbourne's an interesting woman. Wait, what is that? Okay. She's just a scary lady. Did anyone see E struggling to sing last night? It was. Wait, I think I got a clip of that. Hang on. We've gone through Alphabet's.
Am I crying? Just want to be a girl. Do you know what I mean?
Actually,
I feel so amazing.
Oh, here's the.
You might crying.
Oh wait.
You might cry.
Oh wait.
You might cry.
Oh, morning, Paul. I hope you're good. I'm doing good. I hope you are too. Wait. Are you ready for this? Alpha wants to have a girl voice. Oh, this was in the comments. Your balls have dropped, pal. They've gone. People. Someone's put, oh my god, he's changed the top on day 3. He's been on the FYP because people were calling them out for having the blue top on for 3 days in a row. People. So yeah, this is about the girly voice, or wanting to have a girly voice, or something, like, fuck me.
And you just want to be a girl. Do you know what I mean? And it's not you, it's not anyone here, it's just me myself.
Yeah, yesterday or the day before, you were going on about how hot you are. Make it make sense. Make this make sense. Make it make sense. E is going to permanently damage their vocal cords if E keeps screeching like E does. Right, exactly. Good morning, Mel. Good morning. AJ, E's starting to realise E can't sing. E said this before, though.
That's all. I wish I was born a girl.
Why do you do this? Why do you do this? I wish I was just born a girl. Yeah, you were just coughing. You do realise the whole Demir voice thing doesn't work, right? I know why you're doing it. It's to elicit sympathy. It's be like, oh, feel sorry for me. Yet a day ago you were going, I can steal everyone's man because I'm so hot. Make it make sense. You either have body dysmorphia and you literally want to change your body to be a female, a woman, or I'm so hot I can steal everyone's man. Like it doesn't. The two things do not compute. Yeah, I know. I know it. Tori says, he just sounds like Mickey Mouse in a voice. Tori. Me says sympathy and then saying people are transphobic when they aren't. Yeah.
And I wish I could have a girl voice, that's all. That's why I don't sing in my chest voice, because I don't.
So we went from I wish I could be a girl to I wish I just had a girl voice. And it's the reason why I don't sing in my chest voice. Go to a voice trainer. Exactly, Finn. Go to a voice changer. Which, again, this is the reason why people turn around and say to you, E, that the only reason why you don't want to transition into a woman for legitimate reasons. You want to transform into Alpha the character. That's what people say. Because this is the reason.
Feel comfortable there because it gives me a lot of insecurity, I'll be honest. And that's vulnerable. It's very hard to be vulnerable.
But why? Yes, it's it gives you a lot of insecurity. But why? Yes, Finn, they have had the money. Well, they could afford to do it. There's free online courses. Yeah. You've had all the money in the world to do all of this. This is another grift again to get more money, isn't it, E? Let's be real. That's what this is. You're just grifting again. You're grifting again. You've had hundreds. I cannot state this enough. Hundreds of thousands of pounds over the years to do these things, for vocal surgery, to have the vocal training, to actually transition, and you haven't. Yeah, they were, yeah.
Especially on this app, where people tear you apart, you know what I mean?
Hold up, we're gonna go back a second. Hold on. We're gonna listen to that again. We're gonna listen to that again.
Especially on this app. Very hard to be vulnerable.
I just want to get the it's vulnerable part.
Insecurity, I'll be honest. And that's vulnerable. It's very hard to be vulnerable. Especially on this app. Where people tear you apart, you know what I mean?
Okay, so it's very hard to be vulnerable where people tear you apart. No, it's not. It's not hard at all. You want to know why it's hard for you? Lied about autism, lied about Tourette's, lied about sexual assault, lied about domestic violence. You're a liar. That's why. You have come for domestic violence survivors. You came at women. You mock communities. You've mocked the trans community. That is why it's hard for you specifically to be vulnerable. That's why. That's why. It's not hard to be vulnerable on this app. Not hard at all. Not hard to be vulnerable. It's hard for you because you're a liar. You're a known pathological liar. So anything that you say, no one believes you. This right now, this, oh, I want to appear vulnerable is a blatant lie. This is grifting. This is grifting. Because you've done it before and you'll do it again. This is grifting. It's not hard to be vulnerable. But because you've lied about DV, sexual assault, you've mocked all the autistic community, you've mocked the Tourette's community, you've came after domestic violence survivors, you've done all these horrible, horrendous things. That is why it's difficult for you. That is, your actions are why it's difficult for you to be vulnerable on this app. He came for the lesbians, calling us dangerous, big mistake. Well, of course, because it's all about E. But it's not hard to be vulnerable, E, at all.
Do you hear a difference in my voice now?
No.
Am I okay? Yeah, fine. You want to cry?
So, there we go. That was recent. Hang on, let me find. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, wow!
You want?
Yeah, wow! Look at my friends! Oh my god, I've got all of these!
It's just a picket dinner.
Why does that...
It's just a picket dinner. Right.
I hate that that does that.
Oh, it's...
Hate the fact that everything just...
What? My friends with hooded eyes.
I hate autoplay.
Oh, here's the topic.
I feel so amazing in myself. I actually love myself.
Click! Fuck's sake.
Yeah.
I was just looking for something which I can't find. Oh well.
My friends with hooded eyes.
My friends with hooded eyes.
Oh, here's the topic.
Right. Better voice after one online singing lesson. Right, Kazza, exactly. Someone's got to love it. Yeah, exactly. So, we're going to go back to Christmas Day. Because, excuse me, Maria had a rant. Maria had several rants. I don't know why Maria decided to have several rants, but this one was an interesting one. Maria had several rants, which again were fascinating, but
Well, here's the topic. In the new year, you're going to have 4 different bins. Discuss. How do you feel about that? Imagine have to put 4 different lots of crap outside.
Oh no.
Yeah. You can have your metal separate. The glass is already separate. Your plastic separate. Yeah, the new law. They couldn't use money for anything else, like maybe help the homeless. Or bits and pieces, or mental health. No, bins. Which only collect every 2 weeks anyway. Unless it's recycling. It's stupid. I need another black wheelie bin is what I need. Mine's already full in 3 days.
That's the government for you.
okay, first of all, help the homeless and talk about mental health. What are you doing, Maria? What are you doing? Fuck all. Absolutely nothing. No problem. Holt, we'll be doing a makeup live later. What are you doing to help the homeless, Maria? Fuck all. Nothing. You don't help the homeless, and you're not doing anything to help mental health. Your child is affecting everybody else's mental health. Missed me with that bullshit, but they were going on about new laws, which I hate using the mirror. I'm sure they're going to be chucked out, but I've got an article from the Mirror. Every home in England may be given choice of 4 different bins in 2025. Households are set to have 4 different bins early next year. Labour have unveiled new plans to replace what it calls a muddled and confusing system currently in place. I mean, it's not really that confusing, but okay. The simpler recycling in England, which Maria, question. You talked about the 4 different bins, right? But then went on to turn around and say, we already have recycling. That's what it... Tell me you don't understand something without telling me you don't understand something. Anyway, it is about recycling. That's what the 4 bins are going to be introduced as. The simpler recycling in England policy change will see the mix of bags, bins, or stackable boxes to become the standard setup for most homes and workplaces. Okay. The document assures this is the government's maximum default requirement and is not expected to increase in the future. However, councils and other waste collectors will still have the flexibility to make the best choices to suit local need. The Tories had suggested households might have to use up to 7 different waste containers. Plans blasted by Sir Keir Starmer's party, Labour had said far For too long, households in England have been presented with a muddled and confusing patchwork of approaches to bin collections. I would love to know how this is confusing. The changes are also designed to help boost the UK's recycling efforts and put an end to the lottery of collection rules that vary from one council area to another. Recycling rates are stagnant. However, around 44% of homes since 2015, I hate this fucking website, each household will, from March next year, have a weekly collection of bad-smelling food waste under Labour's proposal. According to the new government blueprint, a variety of other waste management areas are due for an overhaul. Okay. Do we need to pay for those bins? Probably. Chell, it will probably come out like taxes or something. With co-collection of food and garden waste, local councils and residents can breathe a sigh of relief thanks to a new loophole allowing combined disposal of food and garden waste. As the policy document notes, there is no evidence that this would affect their ability to be recycled or composted, since the materials can always be processed through in-vessel composting when mixed. For dry materials like paper and card, the advice is clear. Keep them split from other recyclable dry goods to dodge contamination and ensure they stay recyclable. A whopping 121 local authorities in England have already been collecting these two separately. When it comes to the rest of the dry recyclables, that's your plastics, metals and glass, they might all be chucked together. This could up the recycling ante, even if there's a small chance things could get a bit mucky. My life. Some 95 English local councils already play ball with co-collection for these recyclables. A leaked document discloses simpler recycling will enable constant, more streamlined collections from all households, businesses and relevant non-domestic premises such as schools and hospitals. Local authorities and other waste collectors will be able to collect some waste streams by default, meaning that they will no longer need to collect 7 separate streams. It also ensures these common sense changes will not lead to the proliferation of bins, but will ensure the same set of materials are collected everywhere in England. So, but I find it very ironic that Maria talks about mental health. Said things could be spent on mental health. But first of all, these bins already exist. Just to let Maria and Alpha know, these bins already exist. They exist. Green, brown, and black bins already exist out in the wild. They exist. Glass, metals, plastics, recycling bins already exist out in local places. It's just using those. I mean, we've got green bins. Here in my household, we've got green bins. There are 3 separate green bins. Well, we've got 2 bins, one for cardboard, one for plastics, and one for glass. Glass and tin, really. Glass and tin. Although that's in a tub, not a bin. But Okay. It already exists. We already do that. I don't know what Maria's problem is. We already, in this household, we already do it. It's just ours are all green at the minute. We already do that. We already recycle. What the fuck is this stupid thing doing? I keep on hearing it going off. What is your problem? No, I don't want to talk to you. Go away. My echo keeps on going off. We have black bin, red bag, blue bag, black box, green bin. Ah, there you go, Mags. Ah. It's just that they're streamlining it. That's it. But Maria's like, oh, what about money being spent on mental health? Girl, what? Considering what your child does on TikTok affecting everybody else's mental health, I wouldn't open those kind of worms if I were you. Considering what you've done to your next door neighbour, I wouldn't open those kind of worms. Considering you and your child, your 20-year-old child, and what harm they cause, or you two cause, on social media, on a platform, and the harm and damage that you do to communities and their mental health. Shut up. And then Alpha turns around and says, that's the government for you. What do you want the government to do? Huh? Again, I don't see Alphabet marching down to 10 Downing Street. Are you going to go off your fat fucking asses and go down from Barnstable to London to 10 Downing Street to affect any change? No. No. You wanted us to discuss, Maria. You're really getting your knickers in a twist over fucking recycling bags or boxes or whatever you want to fucking call them. What? Considering maybe, just as a thought, get your fucking child off social media. Ugh. I mean, yeah. There are people. I mean, I watch A through the FYP. You have red and blue bags, a glass box, black bin, and food cabbie. Yeah. Yeah, I do. I do, Declan, yeah. I recycle. We have a normal bins go out one week and recycling goes out another. We do have a garden bin as well that's green. All of it's green. All of it's green. But I'm like, girl, you're losing your shit over fucking recycling. And it's like, you wanted us to discuss. We all discussed.
2020.
I hate the fact that
Okay.
autos.
Okay.
Did you see Alpha would get annoyed at the type of gifts being sent? No, they shouldn't really, Shell. They shouldn't. But it's just the hypocrisy for me. Runs real deep. Runs real deep, Shell. Alpha got really upset with the gifts being sent. Good for you, man. It's Father Christmas. It's Father Christmas. Recycling every week. Black bin every 2 weeks. Green bin twice in the summer. Ah, Kaza, there you go. Now our recycling is recycling, because it's recycling 1 week, bin the next, recycling the other, then bin. It's every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks for us. every 2 weeks. But I'm like, okay. I think Maria has a real problem with government as a whole. I think Maria has a huge problem with government as a whole. Okay, then go off the grid. Go off the grid then. But Maria's not going to do that because Maria needs the money off the government. You can't. This is what annoys me with people such as Maria. You can't complain about the government, but then also sit there and scrounge off the government as well. You can't have this both ways. You can't be anti-government and then also expect handouts from the government. Make it make sense. Because the government are paying for you to live, Maria. They're also paying for your child to live as well. Well, no, actually, I take that back. TikTok is paying for your child to live. I mean, probably Declan. Probably. Nah, Beth, not today. Not today. No bingo today. We'll play bingo another day. Oh, no, they've changed it now, Star. They've changed it. They're now wearing a white top. They're now wearing a white top. Now we know where he gets it. If it's not their way, it's wrong. Yeah, yeah. I wonder if he has gone back on Universal Credit as not making any money. I'm not sure, Kaza. He's never going to reveal that, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But yeah, he got upset with the gifts being sent. This was posted 17 hours ago, but I think this was yesterday's one.
Do you know what? Keep doing it. Keep saying that. Fill up my bank account then. Want to make me look like a joke? I'll own it. Yeah.
Now this was, I want to say, this was posted 17 hours ago, but the top's different. So this was, I want to say, last week.
Yeah. Do it. You'll still get blocked. I'm a human being. I'm a human being. Keep doing it.
You're an alien from Mars. You're an alien from Mars. An alien from Mars. If he has, John says, if he has claimed benefits, they would have to give address, which Maria will lose housing benefits. Ah, right, Jazzy. So no. That's very, very true. So no, I don't think. Okay. So my next question would be, it's textbook manipulation. People will continue just to annoy. Yeah, right, Kaza. Jazzy, I think that's a good question though, because if that's the case, then currently he has no address. Right? He has no fixed address. So if he has no fixed address, you know, when he's going on about there's no court date, there's no this, there's no that. Well, of course there's not going to be, because there's no fixed address. If you have no fixed address, then where they're going to send the things to? Right, Max, they probably claimed no fixed abode. Right, yeah. So, when Alphabet boasts about being, boasts about, not having a court date and all these things, then Just a thought. Just a thought. They wouldn't be able to, pal, because if he claims their mum's house, Maria would lose housing benefit because that's an extra person in their house. Or at least she'd have to pay some part to it. Think get more money than that. More money for that. If the police want them, they will find them. I mean, true, Stevie. Yeah. Yeah. If there are police investigations, which I'm going to be honest, I mean, what do you think? Do you think there is a? I strongly, with everything that's happened over the past good couple of years, I think there is an investigation going on. That's my opinion. Allegedly, my motherfucking conspiracy. As one of my lovely old YouTube people used to say. He claims Maria will lose more because they will have paid part rent. Yeah, right, Jazzy. Do you think that is the case? Because out of all the things that E has lied about, but if there is right last Munchkin, all the police is used the IP address from which they're streaming. Right last Munchkin, they would. And if they're using their phone, the last used location, right last Munchkin, they would be able to, yeah. But like with investigations kind of thing, usually the way I view it is you would have to like build a case anyway, and a case can take years to build, especially for things like fraud, tax evasion, those kind of things. They take time. I mean, yes, a VPN, yeah, but police can get behind a VPN as well. That's true, Bambird, but police can get. People say use a VPN and all this. Police can track a VPN. It will take longer, but police can track a VPN. Can you fill me in what's happening, Flowrider? Well, at the moment we're just going through like recent things with E. E's just being E. Just wild things. At the moment, E is going down the road of everyone feels sorry for me. E's live streams from their mothers every day. Police will know this can go get E. No, E's not hiding. Right, if E is live streaming from their mums. Right, police know where E is. Neighbor oh, right, Max, yeah, the neighbor did report E, yeah. And I think, but here's the thing though, it's sort of, with everything that's happened, I think it will take time, you know what I mean? That's my viewing anyway. Fair enough. I don't know how they haven't been investigated and removed from social media. Florida, I think it will take time for that to happen. I think it will take a lot of time for that to happen. If something like that is being happening, it will happen. Steve asks, what is it going to take to get E permanently removed from all social media? Okay, Stevie, so I will turn around and say this. The only people that can remove Alphabet of social media, as much as I come online and talk about E a lot, I'm obsessed. Anyway, the only people that can get Alphabet actually removed off social media is Alphabet themselves. And I think Alphabet is obsessed with not just Wicked, but social media in general. So that I think that's off the cards. Alphabet will not remove themselves of social media unless something drastic happens. Number two, as we were just discussing, is they get arrested. They get formally charged and get arrested, and they get a ban from social media. But as we've seen with other people out there on social media, they could just come back on social media again. So not even that will stop them. And number three is social media themselves, the social media platforms themselves. Now, is there a way to force that to happen? Yeah. How may you ask? Like right now, we're covering Alphabet, right? We're covering Alphabet. Yes, I was meant to. How? Go after the social media platforms. Don't go after Alphabet. Go after the social media platforms that they are on. Because then you'll get the bigger creators getting not just Alphabet. There are other people out there. There's people like Paul Breach. There's Kirsten Cunningham's not a good example, but there's other people out there. Like I say, Paul Breach. There's so many people out there. But you could literally go to and try and get... Well, I'll use TikTok as the example. You'll literally go to, like, I don't know, either local government or somewhere like that and go, right, we want TikTok gone. And we're going to use Alphabet as the example. And then you'll go, and then what will happen... Because obviously the bigger creators, the bigger in the millions, don't want their money gone, they'll soon take notice. And it won't not just on TikTok, you could do it on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. So that would be your third option. But those are the only three ways. Either Alphabet takes herself off, police get involved and get Alphabet taken off, or social media platforms take Alphabet off themselves. That's the only way. There's the only few ways. We as people cannot get Alphabet taken off. We can't. We can raise awareness, or in my case, talk shit on the internet and talk about the bad behaviors and say, this is what Alphabet is, and we can warn other people and turn around and say, told you so. No, I'm just kidding. We won't do that. We can go and say, this is what Alphabet is. This is our track record. This is her abusive behaviour. But ultimately, we can't get rid of her. She's like a gnat. Or a flea. You can't get rid of her. She won't, unless she takes herself off social media, or police get involved, or social media gets involved. Which is the reason why when I've got really pissed off and angry, I've turned around and said, I hope TikTok gets taken away. But then Alphabet's on Instagram. So again, I think compiling all the negative clips into like YouTube videos, yeah, is the best way. Yeah, Star. Just bringing light to their horrors. Yeah, Star. And that, you know, that, like I said, I started this live stream saying, iNav has got great videos. Jake Baz has got great videos. The Observer has got multiple videos, which then says, don't disrespect, please. They at least only do what they do to survive. Pests are needed. Sadly, it is not fair. I mean, true. You're not wrong. You are not wrong. Fleas only do things to survive. You're not wrong. AJ says it's never going to happen. E will never leave the internet. But but we can make sure no brand deals. I mean, true, AJ. That's very, very true. And I think Alphabet is feeling the effects. Declan says, yeah, they'll do Facebook, Instagram lives after then go on YouTube. There'll always be a problem. Yeah, Declan, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. And you know, you do see that. Alphabet is on Instagram. Right, Star, now he's a nobody. Oh, wait, no. Kane Larkin was popular like this years ago, or infamous. Now he's a nobody. Ah, there you go. Yeah, that happens. Little Red Panda, hello. Yes, the 6-hour video I never did. Yes, Little Red Panda. Yeah, and I brought that up at the beginning because there's chapters. And I only brought it up to be like, well, because somebody came into my chat yesterday and we were defending Alphabet. And Panda says, the only thing we can do is cut the money off as much as possible. Right, Bandbird? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, Star, it's just a matter of time. Yeah. And says, I'm in a town centre currently, so spotty connection. That's okay, Fen. I mean, I'm not going to be live on much longer because I've got to disappear and get ready to do a makeup live later. And I need to shower, shave, have food, do all the things. Bambird says, the problem is that they have created this. Right, Bambird? Yes, yeah. Mommy loved the music yesterday. Yes, I won't be singing, but I'll be playing some music whilst doing makeup later. Yes, AJ, yes. They got a boost of ego when Alex got cancelled. Yep. Which Alex deserved to be cancelled. But that's the problem with abusive people. That's the problem with abusive people. Because Alex got exposed for being abusive towards not just one ex, but multiple. That means that, and Paul Breach did exactly the same thing. They were like, oh, look, because Alex is a scumbag, that absolves us. No, it doesn't. It just means Alex is a scumbag. And he's a hypocrite. That's all that means. Yeah, they'll drop up eventually. Yeah, Star. I have not seen. Yeah, exactly, Joe. 100%. Has anyone? I mean, I'm not subscribed to Alex or anything like that. But I don't think I've seen him come back after that. Right, last Munchkin. Yeah, I was really disappointed with Alex. Yeah, the things that came out were horrible. But I don't think I've seen Alex make a comeback or even try to make a comeback, which is good. Good. You know, he needs to be silent, considering everything that came out. You know, but that doesn't... Alex is always on your FYP mags, really? He's not... Oh. Kaz says, you mean Are we talking about Alex Kazza or E? Just so I know. I don't know if you're talking about E or Alex Kazza. Oh, Alphabet. Oh, right. He still gets around 1K in their live, although most of them hate them. Right, yeah. They do. They get a lot of them. They do get a lot. AJ says, although former friends still throw shade at him here and there. I mean, they will do, AJ. They will do. Because obviously you feel portrayed in that sense, you know. Alex was very good at portraying himself as the martyr and the person who, you know, was calling out the bad people. And then turns out, you know, he was just as bad as them. Alex is a British YouTuber, or was a British YouTuber, who covered a lot of Alphabet, Paul Breach. He was a commentary YouTuber, and it got exposed, I want to say, it was this year. It was in the middle of this year. It was quite big. It was quite big. March, April, right? Yeah, I knew it was this year. And a lot of his exes came forward and showed screenshots of his abuse towards them, and I mean abuse, actual mental, physical abuse. It was horrible. People just say, okay, much better than Alex on YouTube. Okay, yeah, she's also on TikTok, I think. If it's the Kate I'm thinking of, yeah. Literally, even Paige Christie had used Alex's commentary from time to time. Yeah, I love Paige Christie as well, by the way. I was watching one of her recent... I was watching one of her videos about oh my god, I've watched a lot of videos. What was the video I was watching about her? She did a video on I just had it as well. Shit. The Mr. Beast saga. The Mr. Beast saga that was going on. Morning, Purple Dawn. Good morning. Hope you all... I'm doing good. Oh, for the love of God. Apparently, was really shocked at the whole Alex thing. Not gonna lie. Yeah, I know, Shell, I know. Good morning, Lisa. Good morning. Apparently, I've got a warning. I'm flagged for harassment and bullying, even though I'm just talking about things. Yes, it is. It is the Kate I'm thinking of. It is the Kate I'm thinking of. It is. Who's the cat I'm thinking of? Yeah, but I think she's on TikTok as well. But yeah, that's the last Paige Christie video I watched, was about Mr. Beast. Yeah, I love Jake Baz. Jake Baz doesn't just cover Alphabet. He's covered quite a lot of different TikTokers, YouTubers, all the people. Doesn't just cover Alphabet. Covers quite a lot of people. Fuck's sake. There's quite a lot of people. Yeah, Jake does great videos on all sorts of people. He does. He really, really does. Yeah, Paige did it. Paige did a great job on the Mr. Beast situation. Yeah, it was a great video. It was a great video. It was a great video. But yeah, you're right, Lisa. Jake does great videos on just all sorts of different people. iNabba does great videos on all sorts of different people as well. You know, there's iNabba, there's Jake Baz, there's Kate, there's Paige Christie does great videos. There's quite a vast amount of people that do great, amazing videos. Not just on Alphabet. Yeah, I know. I love the plushies that iNabba has. It's got a shadow plushie and I want it. What I want to know is where the hell did all Maria's doors go? I don't know, Stevie. I don't know. I've always wondered. We're never going to get that answer, though. We're never going to get that answer. We are never going to get that answer. It's the biggest unsolved mystery of the year. It's the biggest unsolved mystery of the year. You know? Biggest unsolved mystery of the year. We're never gonna know. We're never gonna know. It's never gonna be revealed to us. Oh, we got severe weather warning. That's what that was. That's what that was. We'll have to... I don't think Maria's gonna go live. Don't think she will. AJ says, the funny thing is, because I'm Canadian, I don't see not having the doors as different. Really, AJ? Ah, I didn't know that about Canada. I didn't know. I didn't know that, AJ. I didn't know. Well, there you go. There you go. You learned something new. You learned something new. Well, you learned something new. Let's play a game, door or no door. Stevie. Eh. There you go, there you go. Well, we have reached, thank you for following the live, Hope. We have reached 3 hours. Hey, Haley. Just waking up here, I'm curious, what's your accent? I'm originally from Birmingham. Originally. But everyone says I have like a Wolverhampton accent. But originally I'm from Birmingham. Brummy accent. I don't really have a Brummy accent. But everyone says I've got like a Wolverhampton accent. So, Nah. I thought I was a bit South African. Nah. I'm Brummy. From Birmingham, UK. From Birmingham, UK. Yes, bedrooms and washrooms, obviously, but not kitchens, living rooms, or dining rooms. Oh, so it's like an open plan. It's like an open plan kind of thing, AJ. Ah, there you go. Ah, there you go. But yeah, we've reached 3 hours. I'm gonna go and get ready for a live stream later. We'll be doing makeup later. But yeah, I took the doors off to my reptile room and